Daniel Craig has poked fun at the never-ending setbacks on his last outing as James Bond in the COVID-delayed No Time to Die, in a new Heineken advert cheekily titled "Worth the Wait." The actor, 53, can be seen pausing for a sip of the lager in the clip as an ode to 007 fans who have patiently been waiting for the film. No Time to Die has been delayed by a total of 18 months due to the ongoing COVID crisis, but has finally been set for release on 30th of September. The beer brand conducted an experiment with pub-goers, giving them the lager or the alcohol-free version at different intervals to show that people who waited 20 minutes had the highest levels of satisfaction, proving that good things do indeed come to those who wait. Daniel can be seen sitting alone in a bar dressed in a black suit typical of his James Bond character. The barman brings a bottle of the beer and an empty glass to the table and he proceeds to pour the liquid into the glass to drink. He then pauses for a moment before smiling to show his satisfaction at having waited, before picking up the glass to take a sip. No Time to Die will be released internationally in cinemas from 30 September and in the United States on 8 October. The film was originally scheduled for release in November 2019 but was postponed to February and then April 2020 following the departure of original director Danny Boyle due to creative differences. A China premiere and publicity tour was cancelled in April 2020 due to the outbreak of the coronavirus pandemic, originally pushing the release back to November 2020. In October 2020 it was delayed again to April this year, with further delays happening in January and February of this year, with the world premiere date being announced as 28th of September last month. The news comes as James Bond producer Barbara Broccoli recently revealed movie bosses were concerned about a controversial scene in one of the franchise's most successful films cast an ambiguous shadow over his sexual identity. The secret agent was seen tied to a chair after being captured by MI5 turncoat Raul Silva in 2012's smash Skyfall. But instead of torture, Bond is surprisingly tantalized as Silva, played by Spanish actor Javier Bardem, caresses his exposed chest and rubs his inner thighs, an unexpected move that appears to hint at a past same-sex encounter. You're trying to remember your training now? What's the regulation to cover this? Well, first time for everything I guess, Silva gently goads as the helpless Bond watches his hands move across his captive body. What makes you think this is my first time? Bond replies, surprising his adversary. The scene, a clever ploy seemingly written into the script to satisfy a new generation of fans, won praise at the time in its attempt to alter the otherwise chauvinistic male stereotype characterized by notorious womanizer Bond in earlier films. But Broccoli admits the highly charged exchange very nearly stayed on the cutting room floor after studio executives balked at the idea of Bond having a more fluid sexual identity. We were told to cut that line by the studio and we said no, 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 she recalled in new Apple TV Plus documentary Being Bond. And I remember on the night of the premiere, that line, just the whole place erupted, and I remember looking at the studio executive and going, see? Told you.